Hey folks, welcome back. Beautiful sunny December day out here, and it's hard to believe, but here in central Ontario, we don't have any snow on the ground yet. We've had some off and on, but I think we're about to get walloped, and with that in mind, I got to get prepared. This unit behind me, my 2012 Coyote DK40 SE with the hydrostatic transmission, is what I use to clear snow throughout the entire property. Now, when I say clear snow, I could use the bucket and lift it and move it and plow it potentially, but what I do is I hook up a snow blower to the 3-point hitch, and that's what takes care of that job. What I'm going to do today is take you through the setup, and the setup starts off with the tire chains. Now, if I were just to use the industrial tires on there, I probably wouldn't be getting too far because I got a lot of slope here, and for me to get that big, sometimes 2-foot dumpings of snow out of the way, I need something that's going to grip, and hence why I use snow tire chains. The tire chains that I use, which I'll show you in a minute, are from a manufacturer called Trygg, T-R-Y-G-G, and the model I have is the Trygg Fast Trac. These are solid. I've been using them for a number of years, and you know, they get abused. They're underneath the tires. They sit out all year long, and they keep coming back kicking. I'm going to show you what's unique about these tire chains because they have a square stud on them, and to be honest with you, unless that tractor was physically secured to the ground, I don't know if you could get better traction. So let's go have a look here, and you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So here's the tire chains, and here's how I got them out here. I just sort of hooked them onto my 3-point implement back here. Check out my other video if you want to see that in action. This is normally how I haul logs and other things around the bush. Anyways, these are my tire chains here, and if we have a look here, aside from them being heavy, you guys see right there? That right there is a square stud, and that is what gives it really, really good traction. Also notice, see that? See how it's nice and sharp still? I've been using these for a number of years now, and they have no signs of wear on them. Aside from the rust, which, you know, it's going to happen. I've literally had these sitting out in the field for, well, since last winter. Aside from the rust, which doesn't really bother me, they definitely are solid. So I'm going to show you how I put these on the tires today. There are special tools you can use, but I don't have any of those. I'm a simple man and have simple tools. So I'm going to show you how I do it. And maybe if you're in a boat for some tire change, you might want to have a look at what I do, and maybe these are something you'll be interested in. Anyways, that's what we're up against today. I'm going to enjoy the sun because the days are getting short, real short, and the storm is coming. Anyways, let's get down to it. Okay, as you can tell, they're pretty heavy, and that's usually the first step. Get them up there. Now, I'm going to pull them back just a little bit. What you can do, you can drive the tractor, or you can simply pull it. I need to get it back a bit so the connection, which is down here, lines up with the other side so I can torque her up. So I think what we'll do, yeah, we'll back up here. Let's back up. I'm going to bring this up to about here. Then the other side should be over here. Bring her together. At least that's the goal here. Let's try her out. By back up, I meant drive forward. All right, so you guys can see it's tightened a bit around the wheel. Now I'm just going to lift this up and hook it onto the ends, and then we'll take some of the tension up on the sides. that one certainly didn't go on like the last one. Anyways, let's back her up or drive her forward and finish her off. You hear that piece of junk? That's like 2 miles away. The 4 cylinders heading to the old NASCAR race here in Canada. I don't know where that takes place. Listen to that thing. What's going on out there, eh? I guess I was young once too. Anyways, that's pretty good. I think we got just got to button that up, and I have, where'd my little piece go here? Just got to button this loose end up, button that loose end up. Once I find my piece I'm missing. And we'll just tuck that in again, because I'll probably readjust it to tighten it up here once I drive on it for a little bit. And just tuck her in like that. I think that's got her. She's pretty tight, at least from what I can see, but I see a little bit of slack there. So let's drive it and we'll see how it works. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it here. I've got the tire chains on, and I definitely worked up a sweat on the brow, hence why I shed the old sweater in there. What I have to do now is I have to use these for a little bit, so I put them on just a little bit before the snow hits. I'll drive them around, they give me good traction in the mud and all that. And what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll readjust them to make sure they're nice and tight. See how just driving them just a little bit has caused them to get just a little loose, and I'm not talking loose enough to fall off, but I mean just a little loose. I'll drive on them for a bit, then I'll re-torque them down, and you guys can see how I do that over here. You guys saw how I had to pull on the chain and tighten it up with that chain tensioner. On the inside here, I still have to get, got to get this all zip tied up. I just got to get another one of these as well. But anyways, I got to zip tie that up, but I'm gonna hold off doing that until I drive them around for a few minutes out here. This piece here, this is obviously missing something. This right here, I need another one of them. I just can't find one at the moment, but this typically goes on there. If you guys get a good zoom in here, you can tell it's certainly gonna grab the dirt for the time being until the snow picks up. But just a few things I gotta button up. Same thing on this side, another one of those, another one of these things. I forget what they're called, but we'll put one of those on, it'll be good as new. You guys can see just driving a little bit, it's snugged up. And if you guys head on over to your tractor dealership, or even a tire place for that matter, they're probably going to have this tool that hooks onto both ends of the chain. While you're installing it, you tighten this thing up, and what it does is pull the chain tight together. So when you finally hook the ends together, it's nice and tight, and you don't have any slack. Obviously, I would have used that if I had it, but I don't, so I drive it a few times, maybe 3 or 4 times. I have to readjust it to take some slack out. But let's face it, even if I didn't readjust it after this first time, it can be a little loose, right? As long as it's not hitting the fenders or getting all wrapped around the axle, as long as it's tight enough. It's not like I'm driving 70 miles an hour down the highway. I'm going to be snow blowing. I'll probably be doing like, I don't know, 5 miles an hour. So anyways, that's the Trygg Fast Trac tire chains. I've had that on my tractor for a number of years, and it's turned out to be pretty much a lifesaver. I have a lot of hills around here, and a big fear of mine is getting going down a hill and not being able to stop. if that is the case, I've got many ponds here where this thing would love to dive into. And another thing these tire chains work well on is when you have an off-camber hill, when you're going along the side of it and your tractor wants to gravitate towards the bottom or shift sideways, this prevents it from doing that, and you can keep going in that straight line. So that's kind of handy. You can see even some of the side wall starts to get some of the studs on it. You see the round studs here, and then the bigger square studs up here. Stuff like that really holds this to the ground and makes it very useful. So anyways, I'm going to drive this around a bit and get it re-tightened a few times, and then we'll probably be good to go for the winter. So as always, guys, I appreciate you all watching. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit like on this video and come back next time, and I'll see you then.